Russia has rejected a call by the United States to cut its diplomatic and trade ties with North Korea. Washington's appeal came in response to Pyongyang's latest test of an intercontinental ballistic missile. The US Ambassador, Nikki Haley, made the request at an emergency meeting of the UN Security Council in New York. But Russia's Foreign Minister, Sergei Lavrov, called it a provocation. In a moment, we'll be live in Moscow. But first, let's hear Sarah Corker's report.
Another missile test, the 23rd this year, a sign that warnings, threats and pressure from the US appear to be having little impact on Kim Jong-un and his nuclear ambitions. At an emergency UN Security Council meeting, the US once again stepped up the rhetoric.
We have never sought war with North Korea, and still today, we do not seek it. If war does come, it will be because of continued acts of aggression like we witnessed yesterday. And if war comes, make no mistake, the North Korean regime will be utterly destroyed.
The intercontinental ballistic missile flew higher than any other previously tested. Experts say that means North Korea has the ability to hit the United States, although it's not clear whether it could carry a nuclear weapon. And this is how North Koreans receive news of the latest test. A familiar announcement from a familiar voice. Meanwhile, President Trump, in his words, said he'd handle the situation and again mocked the North Korean leader.
He is a sick puppy.
And Mr. Trump is putting pressure on Beijing. The US wants China, as North Korea's neighbour and ally, to cut off trade, including oil supplies to Pyongyang, something it has so far resisted. Again, China called for a peaceful resolution.
We strongly urge the DPRK to comply with relevant Security Council resolutions and cease actions that escalate the tensions on the Korean Peninsula.
Yet, tougher sanctions, further talks and urging China to use its influence have so far failed to deter North Korea's unpredictable leader. Sarah Corker, BBC News.